Marseille. It is the second largest city in France, located on the country's south coast with a population of close to a million. Known to the ancient Greeks and Romans as Marseilla, Marseille was one of the most important trading center in the region and the main commercial port of the French public. The old port or Vieux port still lies at the heart of the city. Overlooking the port is the Basilica Notre-Dame de la Garde or Bonne Mère for the people of Marseille and the symbol of the city. You can arrive in the city by road, rail, flight, or even sea. We chose to fly in from Amsterdam since it was the fastest connection for us and it took about 2 hours. We landed in Marseille at the Provence airport. Our friends picked us up from the airport, so it was about a 30-minute drive into the city. You can also take the bus from the airport to the city center that costs about 10 euros per person and is available after every 10 minutes. For transportation, Marseille is very well connected by public transport like most European cities, and you can take the bus, tram, metro, or even a bicycle if you like. You can literally get onto the Google Maps, choose your destination, and it will show you the most convenient and fastest route to your destination. It will guide you with the cost of the trip that you need to take, and ideally you can take up to a 72 hours pass or a 10 trip pass for 15 euros, and it will be applicable for most of the public mode of transportation that can be used in the city, including the bus, metro, and the tram. Another fun way to explore Marseille is to use the trottinette, and I suggest it's a must experience. We used Lime, which was in conjunction with the Uber app. They are small electric scooters that you can pick up and drop at any destination designated spot to and park around the city. It will be a bit more expensive than public transport, but it will be a super fun joy and it's a must try. You can get a Euro 6 pass for about 60 minutes, so you can roam around the city on the trottinette. Now, let's see the main attractions and things to do in city of Marseille. Number 1 is the Vieux port. The main city center is based around the old port, also known as the Vieux port, and this is where all the action is. That's where we started the exploration of the city. You can walk around the old port. Caution, there might be some fish smell. Number 2 is La Panier. And then from the old port, you can walk towards the street of La Panier. You can explore the oldest district of Marseille and its colorful, narrow streets that are a definitive treat to watch the art. There are some small cafe terrasses, street art, graffiti. It's basically an open-air museum in itself. Number 3 is Cathedral de la Major. Once you come down the stairs of La Panier, you will arrive at this huge cathedral right next to the seaside. It's a marvel in itself. You can go in and feel the calm and serenity of the cathedral. Number 4 is Mucem. After the cathedral, you can begin to walk towards La Mucem, also known as Museum of Civilization of Europe and the Mediterranean. It's an art in itself and a great walk for some photos and great video content. After the museum, you can explore the fort next door called St. John. Visitors can explore this 17th century fortress with a bridge leading to a regional history museum. Number 5 is the Bonne Mère Cathedral, Notre-Dame de la Garde, literally meaning Our Lady of the Garde. Known to the local citizens as La Bonne Mère, for French it means the Good Mother. It is a Catholic basilica in Marseille and the city's best known symbol with great views overlooking the city. The site was the most visited site in Marseille and it's a great spot to hang around and get a city view from the top. Number 6 is Iles de Frioul. This is an island very close to the city of Marseille. You can literally jump on a boat for a trip to the island of Frioul. It takes about 20 minutes on the small ferries and costs about 11 euros return ticket per person. You can buy the tickets from the old port itself. It is a chance to discover the local fauna and flora and part of the city's history. One of the main reasons to visit Frioul is to see the landscape within the small sandy beaches and many beautiful creeks, worthy of a half a day of expedition. Number 7 is La Pharo. It is a park right on the top of the hill view and it's a perfect spot for a sundown and view of the old port and St. John Fort from the other side. It's also called Palais de Pharo, which is an elegant imperial residence offered by the city to Napoleon III. Number 8 is the Cours Julien. Cours Julien is the hipster district that will allow you to shop while enjoying the peace and quiet. This is the largest district in France dedicated to street art. Cours Julien combines shopping and relaxation in the square of Notre-Dame du Mont, where many bars and restaurants are located. Number 9 is Parc boreily. You can go here for a morning run or a picnic in the noon, enjoy a meal at one of their many beautiful cafes if you please. Number 10 are the beaches of Marseille. Some benefits of being along the coast side are to enjoy the beach and get the best of the water in the sun. The closest to the old port is Plage de Catalans. Another couple of recommendations for beaches would be the Prophets Beach and Pont Rouge Beach. These were the ones that we discovered and recommended. Here are some bonus options if you still have some more time. There is a football stadium called Orange Velodrome, and it is a very popular one. You can buy a ticket for 10 euros and do a tour around the stadium, or even witness a match if you are on the right dates and witness the city in action. For shopping, I recommend La Terrasse du Port. It is one of the most ideal with many brands and over 190 shops under one roof. A couple of lovely sports that I found around the city were kite surfing at the beaches and also pétanque as a sport that the oldies played across the town. For kite surfing, it was such an impactful sport, so much engagement of the full body and coordination of mind. I wish I would learn this someday. While for pétanque, you can see this sport being played at every corner of the city, and there are playgrounds that are especially made for this sport. I'll make a different video on this for more information and for some fun. Now here are some of the restaurant and bar recommendations if you would like to explore around the city. For food, number 1 is Splendido. It's authentic Italian food. Must try their pizzas, truffle pasta, and tiramisu was out of the world. Interesting decor and design in the washroom. I think you must check it out. A great spot for sunsets and cocktails would be the Sofitel bar. That's very close to the viewport. It's called Dantes Sky Lounge. Shamrock is based on the old port of the city. It has happy hours from 5 to 9 p.m. and it's a typical rock bar that you can go to and hang around at any point of time. They also feature the football matches of the day. A popular pizzeria called Chez Jannot is right in front of a very small boutique port. It is a small port and has a very good picturesque view. Must try it out. Their pizzas and pastas are also amazing. Boulangeries, of course, these are the most typical places that you can go for having breakfast. You can pick your choice of breads from croissant, pain au chocolat, pain au raisin, and have it with a cup of coffee to go with. Alright, now that you've watched this video all the way to the end, it's time to reward you with a bonus tip. So here it is. Do check the weather whenever you're arriving in the city and check the winds as well. Interesting fact about the winds is that the Provence is known for its wonderfully sunny weather and clear skies. However, not many people know that one of the main reasons behind the sunny climate is a phenomenon called Mistral. Here's why it is so special and what to see and do with the sunny weather it leaves behind. And because I feel the need of getting a fresh haircut and a beard trim after every 2 to 3 weeks, it was about time that I got one. So I experienced a haircut at a local salon in Marseille, close to the city center, which cost me about 15 euros. That's about INR 1200 rupees. And it was quite a different experience, not knowing the language, not speaking the language with the barber, but still managing to get a haircut by showing him some pictures. Thanks a lot for tuning in, friends. This is me, Rahul Badesra, signing out. Do not forget to hit the like button. Do subscribe if you haven't already. And do comment and ask any questions if you're planning an itinerary to go around the south of France. See you soon.